Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Haroon Rashid. Once again, in the second part of the video Denary to binary conversion, here we are going to use the second method, that is division method. So in the previous video, we have learned that there are two methods which are used to convert Denary to binary number. And what is a Denary number which has a base 10, and what is a binary number which has base 2. So previous video we have already done subtraction method or place value method. Now we have a second method, that is called division method or divide by 2 method. So there are some steps that you have to consider when you are doing this type of when you are using this type of method. It is much different than the method used earlier, which is the subtraction method. So here you need to first understand what you are going to do in the table. So assuming that we have the same number given to us which was given in the previous question, we got 129 which has base 10, and as I mentioned in the previous video that base 10 has to be written in small in the subscript form. So here I'm not going into formatting, I'm just writing it quickly. So we have to convert this number into binary, which is going to be base 2. So the first thing is you have to consider, or you have to keep this in mind. The question is asking you to convert from Denary to binary. Most of the time, or you can say always, we convert the Denary number into binary using 8 bits. What does this mean? 8 bits mean you need to have the data that computer process, which is 1 byte of data. So now when we have 8 bits, meaning your binary number is going to be of 8 digits of 8 bits. Okay, so the first step is that we have to draw a table. So when we are going to draw a table over here, this table, you have to be careful when you are drawing. Make sure you are selecting 5 of the columns and 8 rows. So 8 rows. Why I'm saying that? This is how this question is done. Okay, so do not mix it up with other methods. The place value method is different, this method is different. So in this, make sure you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 rows, and we have 5 columns. So what you do, first thing, in this column we are going to write here the equal sign. So this is the first step we can do, and here we are going to write remainder. Okay, so you can write it to all the cells. Now we have these cells empty. Okay, this column C from 10 to 17, same goes to column E 10 to 17, and then column G 10 to 17. So what we are going to do here, the first thing we are going to write here the given binary Denary number. So in this case, in this example, we have received the number to work with is 129. As the method name says, division method or divide by 2 method. So use this number 129 divided by 2, and we are going to write the answer after this equal sign. So when we divide 129 by 2, we get the answer, that is 129 divided by 2, we get 64.5. But we do not write the decimal number. So what we do, instead of this 0.5, we erase from here, we leave 64, and in the remainder we write 1. So meaning whatever decimal value you will be getting at this stage, instead of writing the decimal, you just leave the whole number, and instead of decimal, in the remainder column you just write 1. Okay, moving forward, now in the second step we will use this remaining number that we have gotten after the calculation. So 64 divided by 2, here we are going to get 32. So when we got 32, there is no remainder, we will write 0. Now we are going to deal with 32 divided by 2, we get here 16, and we will write 0 because there is no remainder. So then 16 divided by 2, we get here 8 and remainder 0. Now we have 8 divided by 2, the answer is 4 and remainder is 0. Now we have 4 divided by 2, we get 2, remainder is 0. And now we have 2 divided by 2, the answer is 0. So when we are getting 0, it means there is no remainder. So when there is no remainder, we will write 0. Now what we are going to do in the last step, here we have gotten 0, we are going to divide this 0 by 2. Okay, we are not going to write some other number, we are going to always use this number in the next row. So whatever is the number coming after divide by 2, we move it to the next row. So 0 divided by 2, as we have learned in mathematics, when you divide 0 by any number, the answer is always 0. So when you get the answer 0, we are going to here 2 divided by 2, we get here 1. Okay, so this is a slight mistake here. Okay, so 2 divided by 2, you get 1, as usual remainder 0, so this is going to be changed. So 1 divided by 2, so we get here 0.5. so when we are dividing 1 by 2, we get 0.5, so we will write just 0, and instead of 0.5 we are going to write here 1. Now we have gotten our binary number, but how to read this binary number? So this is very much important that you need to understand. We always read the number in upward direction. Okay, upward direction. What I mean by upward direction, we will start from this number 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 and then 1. But by chance we have this number which is same if we are writing from both direction. So you have to be very careful when you get your answer, which direction you are going to write. This decide what is actually your answer. So if you write in the opposite direction, your answer actually you have written is wrong. So it's 1 0 0 0 0 0 0. So we got already 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and this is 8, bracket close, this is binary number. So make sure this upward direction, okay, upward direction, read in upward direction. I'm going to write it here, read in upward direction. So make sure you do not commit this mistake. This is very much important, and if you have written it wrongly, your whole question is going to be wrong, because that will give you a different binary number, not the same binary number for this. So in order to verify what we have done in our other question, like in the previous example, this is example number 1, example 1. Previously we had the example, second example, which was 45. So we can try the same number using division method, and you will have clear understanding of any confusions. So here I'm going to write here example 2, and we are going to convert this number to binary. Okay, so this is our second question. Same thing, first of all we are going to draw a table which will have 8 rows and 5 columns. Okay, and then here we can erase this so that we can do the things in a quicker way. So now our table is ready, since I have copy pasted. Now we have 45. So when we have number 45, we are going to deal with 45 divided by 2. The answer we get is actually 22.5. So we will write 22, and in the remainder we will write 1. Okay, now we will take 22 divided by 2. The answer we get over here is 11, remainder is 0. So 11 divided by 2, we get here 5.5. So we are going to write only 5, and here we are going to get 1. Okay, and now we have 5 divided by 2. Here we get 2.5. So we will write 2, and instead of 0.5 we will write here 1. And then we have 2. 2 divided by 2, we get 1. Remainder is 0. Now we have this number 1. 1 divided by 2, we get 0.5. So we will write only 0. Instead of 0.5, the remainder will be 1. Now we have 0. We have to fill up this table. Okay, so how we are going to fill it up? Which if there is 0 at the if 0 is the last that you are getting, we will be dividing it by 2 as usual to complete our 8-bit of data. So 0 divided by 2, we have learned in mathematics that anything you divide 0 by any number, you get 0, and the remainder is going to be 0. Again we are going to use 0 divided by 2, you get 0, and we get remainder 0. So as I mentioned earlier, read in upward direction. So let's read in upward direction. If we are reading in upward direction, we are getting 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 1. Okay, okay, sorry, it's coming because this is Excel, so 0 0 has to be written like this, 0 0 1 0. So I have to write it in the parts because in Google Sheets we cannot start any number with 0. So 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 1. Now imagine if you have read it opposite way, meaning from downward, from top to bottom, what this number could be: 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 0. Aren't these two numbers totally different? There is a big gap, there is a big difference, which is giving a totally different value. So this is wrong value. Make sure when you are writing your answer, you always read in the upward direction. Okay, so do not write in the downward form. So here we have our answer in binary, that is going to be 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 1. So that is how we can solve any binary number or any Denary number to binary number. Okay, so this is called division method or divide by 2 method. Now if you compare the answers that we have gotten over here and the subtraction method, both answers are same. So just you have to be very careful, read in upward direction. If you read in the downward direction, your answer will be wrong. So I hope you have understood conversion from Denary to binary using division method or divide by 2 method. So if you have any questions, you can write in the comment section and I would love to address them. And I wish you good luck with your calculation. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.